All right, guys. In today's video, we are going to go into 6 things I wish I knew about online dating apps. So this is a first principle, and really it all comes down to this. Online dating is really just digital marketing. So when it comes to attraction on the profiles, it really starts with positioning, not necessarily personality, mainly because she doesn't know what your personality is like. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that there are ways to optimize your profile to give her little nuggets of what your personality really looks like. But in most cases, you can't really shine or showcase your personality until you're there one-on-one on the date. Now, your photos are essentially the product packaging. And that's why we make such a big point on this channel to really get your photos dialed on in, because at the end of the day, it's all visual, really superficial on the apps. It's all about how you package yourself, what your appearance looks like. And if you're getting no attention on your apps, that means your ad, or in this case, your profile, more top of the funnel marketing type activities, isn't working. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. That means there's something wrong with your strategy or your approach. And you can see that little photo right there. Fancy a date with Domino's. And guys, if you've watched the channel for a while, or if you're just new, welcome. When you're putting together your dating profile, what you're really doing is you're giving her an offer for an activity or an experience, which is why I think this photo, although somewhat pixelated, is appropriate for this slide. Drowning in options. So I wish I knew, well, a couple of things here, that the women I'm trying to attract on the profile, they are typically drowning in options. But the really cool thing, guys, is that once you get this whole system going, that soon you will be drowning in options. And that is a very, very nice place to be, because essentially you become the selector and you get to date on your own terms. When it comes to options, guys, women get completely inundated. It's not uncommon for a woman to get 100 plus matches for, it says here, an attractive woman, but really I think just any woman can get dozens, if not hundreds of matches. And I know there's plenty of videos out there where guys have done tests. And if you want to do your own tests, feel free, go ahead and share the results with me. And then maybe we'll get you on a podcast and dive on into the details there. So remember at the end of the day that you're essentially just one swipe in a giant sea of selfies. So the good thing here is that it doesn't really take a lot of time. You have to get your profile set up initially. We have to go through your goal set. We have to put together your personalized dating blueprint. But after that, after you get a couple reps under your belt, it really becomes rinse, wash, and repeat, which is, again, a really nice place to be. And that's where we ideally want to get all of you. Generic gets ghosted. Look here, nothing wrong with this guy. Looks like the type of guy I'd hang out with. Guys that are in some of my private communities, guys that have even worked with Joel and myself personally. But at the end of the day, there's nothing really exciting there. Remember that generic does get ghosted. So things like love to travel, fluent sarcasm, oh, foodie, gym bro, that a lot of times ends up being an instant swipe left. However, there is a caveat there. So I'll see a lot of girls' profiles saying like, hey, looking for a gym buddy or looking for a spotter or things like that. If you are a part of that specific subculture, then feel free to lead into something like that. So for example, if you're into tattoo girls or alternative girls or cosplay type stuff, those are all different subcultures. If you're into specific types of music or art, those are different subcultures. If you're a motorcycle guy and you come across a motorcycle chick, that could work. But in most cases, you don't want to keep things super plain. You want to know what you want to do is be specific, polarizing, which is key because that's what builds attraction, and a little bit playful too. Keep it lighthearted, fun, flirty, friendly. Not too friendly though. You want to make sure that you demonstrate attraction and build attraction there. And then a key thing here, this guy misses it. It's okay. If you're out there watching, you probably miss it too. 99% of guys I've ever talked to or come across or worked with personally miss this. You got to give her something to comment on. Give her a hook. Give her something that is just begging for her to engage. Or in my case, or in your case too, if you're playing at an advanced level, a call to action. Going back to that first slide, remembering that you're putting out a potential experience that she can embark upon. At this point, it's still superficial and there's really not you that's getting involved in the process. We brought this up, referring back to that first slide. Again, photos beat bios. At the end of the day, your first photo is 90% of your success on the app. This photo right here is my limited profile. It's a first photo. I've A/B tested this stack multiple times. I actually have had higher quality photos on there before, but I've swapped photos in and out over the years based on feedback from the marketplace, from who you were trying to attract. So keep all this stuff in mind. At the end of the day, I can think I have the greatest Tinder profile on earth, but if it's not getting results, then it doesn't really matter. And guys, you've probably seen this in previous videos on the channel, but things to stay away from: bad lighting, blurry selfies, half-assed car pics, group pics where it's not very clear who you are, photos where you're way off in the background or the background is the main focus of the photo. Feel free to get up close and personal. For me, that took a bit to get used to, but once you get it down, then you will see improved dating app results. And if you want to take it to the next level, I recommend every guy do this at least once, is get a professional or lifestyle photo shoot that really tells a story specific for the dating apps. And if you need help with that, feel free to reach out to myself and or Joel. We will get you a little sheet. We'll get you some instructions on how to select a photographer and how to prep them for how to actually stage the photos, set them up, pick backgrounds, pick outfits, and then post is huge too. So shortlisting your photos, selecting the ones you do want to edit, and then how to tastefully edit them. You don't want AI stuff, as you've seen in previous videos. And again, guys, if you don't know what I'm referring to, subscribe to the channel so you can see previous, current, this one, and even future videos. And here's a huge point that a lot of guys need to remember is that most matches don't go anywhere. Sometimes you might feel like you're swiping endlessly, you're opening conversations, and then they just kind of fizzle out. You'll see in the screenshot here, sometimes it happens to even the best of us. Took me a while scrolling back to find, what is this, 6 conversations where I just copy pasted the opener and no response. And since I did scroll back a while back, then that means they've had plenty of time. But there's more advanced techniques too. I could have opened them in an inopportune time. And we actually go into the advanced topics when we work one-on-one. So standing out, getting the match, having an opener that gets her to engage. Don't let this fool you here. This opener actually does very, very well for me, but this is just an example of sometimes it's just not your day, and that's completely fine. That's to be expected. That is the name of the game. But once you do get it down, you can match her, open her, get her excited, get her off the app in 3 messages or less, set a date. I usually do a confirmation. You don't necessarily have to, but get her to show up on the date excited, have the date go well. And if you want to take it to a complete close, let's just say that is entirely up to you, but we want to equip you with the skill set to be able to do that. So remember, guys, if there's instances where she's not responding to you, it's absolutely fine. But this is a kind of a cold, harsh reality too. You're not just being ignored, you're just forgotten. So that means that you didn't stand out. You didn't create that first impression, build that intrigue, make her think, oh my God, who is this guy? I have to get to know him. And for that, you need strong openers, fast momentum, and a lot of times it comes down to timing too, which is something that we will work on if and when we work one-on-one. At the end of the day, guys, you can see this is probably a recurring theme in this video here now, is that no strategy will lead to burnout. Swipe fatigue and low ROI or return on investment are very real. In recent polls, actually, when I was researching for this presentation, I saw that both men and women surveyed on dating app usage, 79, 80% have admitted that they are completely burned out from the whole digital dating thing too. So that usually means their profiles aren't optimized and they don't have a digital dating strategy. Once you are armed with the strategy, then you can have a very, very good time on the dating apps. And the way to do that is to first start off by building a system. So guys, I've mentioned it multiple times. We'll try out new photos, we'll test new bios, we'll A/B test things, we'll test timing. Really, it's just like building a digital marketing funnel. It's test, test, test. And then eventually we'll dial it in and get it to the point you want to be. So treat dating apps like a part-time, or heck, if you have the time, money, energy, resources, and patience, then even maybe a full-time funnel. But I like to keep this stuff systematic. It just works for me in the background. If I want a date this week, great. If not, cool. I'll let the matches batch up and then I'll just have more options in the future. Although remember, guys, timeliness is a name of the game too. And we'll go into that in future videos. So click in the link down below in the description. We have a quick 1-minute application. It's really just to see if you're a potential good fit, if there's alignment between what you're looking for and what we can provide you. I do this with my business partner, Joel. We cover everything from A to Z, and it's really just guys who are looking for real results real fast. They just want tried and true systems. Maybe they don't have the time to go about it blind on their own. I mean, that could take even years for some guys I've met or that we've worked with, up to decades. Why not just plug into a system that works? We'll get you going. Usually it's a week or two, and we have guys that have so many dates they don't know what to do with, and then they come back, and then those are the fun conversations in terms of, hey, I've got 2 or 3 girls I'm seeing and I really like them all and they'd all be great long-term potential, but I don't know how to whittle it down and actually select because I have so many good options. And guys, that's really where we would like you to be as well. So reach out, fill out that 1-minute application. We'll go into cold approach, day game, night game, social game, referral game, and the digital dating front, profile teardown, optimization, swiping strategies, openers, getting her off the app, follow-up sequences, logistics sequences, WhatsApp versus Instagram. They serve different purposes when you're getting her off the app. Getting her confirmed on the date, showing up on the date, exciting, having the date executed well. And then hopefully if you guys like each other, keeping her around for the long haul. That's usually most guys who work with what they want. So this is all customized. It's all up to you. It does follow a tried and true sequence, but what I do for me might not necessarily work for you, or maybe I'm not looking for the same thing you are. So we really do take the personalization into consideration, and we want to really equip you with the tools, knowledge, resources, and just A to Z system to get exactly what you're looking for in your dating life. The first step to do that, click on that link down below, 1-minute application. Guys, thank you for stopping by, and we will see you on the next one. Cheers.